That's great. I didn't turn the recorder off, people, so I don't know who did. Somebody did. All right, so let's go to 10.1. Let's look at 10.1. Now, why am I not worried about 10.1? Because y'all should know how to do 10.1. Fractions, decimals, and percents. And y'all made it through pre-algebra and 101 or pre-algebra and algebra 1. Y'all should know how to do fractions, decimals, and percents. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what the meat of fractions, decimals, and percents are as far as test questions. And I'm going to narrow it down to 2 types of questions. The 2 types of questions are, I'm just going to make this big. The 2 types of questions that I'm going to ask you out of 10.1 are, 1, is of percent over 100. I call these the sentence problems. Usually you have a sentence that says 12 is what percent of 32? Okay? Those are the problems you do with is of percent over 100. That's the first type of question I will ask you about. The second type is what I call the Walmart equation. Now, the reason I call it a Walmart equation is when I started teaching at Tri-County, I was teaching a basic math course. And it's the only course they gave me, basic math. And I was teaching in a little section of business math with fractions, decimals, and percents. And I said, you know, we use this every day. X plus or minus percentage X is equal to the total. Everybody uses this because everybody has went into a store with a limited amount of money. Okay, if you haven't, you're lying. Okay, I went into a store one time and I only had $10 in my pocket. Now, when I say in my pocket, I mean it could be in your bank account if you use an ATM card or a debit card. It means in your pocket, your whatever you want to apply it to. And when you walk through the store, you say, okay, there's a 5% tax on everything, and I want to buy this, and it costs $4. So it'll be 4 times 5 cents, which is 20 cents. I add that back to the $4, and I get $4.20. Everybody has used this formula in their head before. You just don't know it. What is the sales tax? Miss Hatton, what's the sales tax in Anderson now? Is it 7%? I don't keep up with it anymore. Do you remember? Does anybody know in Anderson?
So 5 or 7.
I remember it being 5, but I remember somebody saying 7 because of restaurant taxes or something. I didn't know if it's changed. I didn't know if it changed in Anderson. Anybody know? Okay, I guess nobody knows. Well, I'm gonna use an example here as I used and say 5% tax. Okay, the plus is for taxes and tips, because with taxes and tips you add. What do you think the minus is for? That's for discounts. Okay, so those are the 2 type questions I will ask you on a test. So let's go ahead and do a couple. I'm going to give you 3 examples here. 1, 4 is what percent of 18? 2, 3% of 400 is what number? And I'm trying to think of another one. Let's say this is 4 is, this is, okay, what percent of 24 is 3. Okay, so there's 3 types of questions. These are called sentence problems. Okay, is of percent over 100. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to take 3 highlighters and we're going to mark is of percent over 100. And I'm fixing to throw this jar across the room. Okay, so I'm going to go up here and I'm going to put is of equals percent over 100. And we'll make the percent, since it's got a symbol with it, I'm going to make it pink. Okay. So that means here, that's going to be X. Here it's going to be 3. And here it's going to be X. Okay. Yellow, I'm going to make is. So there's is. There's is. And there's is. And then of, I'm going to make orange. Of 18, of 400, and of 24. So what do we do now? Plug and what? Plug and chug, Hubert. Thank you, class. I appreciate the interaction. I know a couple of y'all was fixing to say that. I appreciate y'all trying. So here we go. 4 over 18 is equal to X over 100. And 18X is equal to 400. Divide by 18, divide by 18. X is equal to, I have no idea. So 400 divided, good golly molly, 400 divided by 18. Don't you dare tell me now that I got the calculator out. 22.22. 22.22%. So let's read this. 4 is 22.2% of 18. Okay, the next one is X of 400 is 3 over 100. 100X is equal to 1200. Oh gosh, this is too simple. Three percent of 400 is 12. Oops, I'm sorry. I saw it. There we go. And what percent, that would be X over 100, is equal to 3 over 24. 24X equals 300. Divide by 24. Divide by 24. Take your handy dandy calculator. 300 divided by 24. 12.5. So 12.5% of 24 is 3. And that's how you do it. That's how you do the first types of questions. Now I'm going to take my highlighters now and highlight everything so y'all won't get confused. Of is, and percentage. Percentage. That's how you do them. Now, of course, a lot of you should have seen that before. And I would say probably 80% of you has seen it. One of you don't remember, and the other one, it's been 100,000 years, so you don't remember. There might be one of y'all that's never seen it, or you wasn't paying attention in class, one of the two. So that's the first type question. Is a percent over 100. The next type question is called the Walmart equation. I'm going to do one simple problem, and you'll see why the Walmart equation is, I do the Walmart equation with anything having to do with taxes and tips, usually. Okay, so they may say, you got a meal, and the meal, you went and got supper one night at a restaurant, and you got the bill, and the bill came out to be, let's say $45.12. You went up to the register, and the register rung up your bill with gratuity. And the bill with gratuity is $65. Bill with gratuity. So you want to know what was the percent gratuity that they charged. So what do? Well, you plug and chug. 45.2 or 12 plus, those tips are added, 45.12 percentage is equal to $65. Now you have a algebraic equation. X plus or minus percentage X is equal to the total. So I got to subtract 4512. Subtract 4512. That's going to give me 4512 X is equal to, well, let's not make a mistake. Let's use the calculator. We know it's 88, something 88, $9.88 or something, or $19. I can't do it in my head that quick. 65 minus 45.12. 1988, yeah. 1988. Now divide by 4512. That gives me a 44%, which is equal to 44.06% gratuity. So what would you say to that? Well, all the waitresses and waiters and former waitresses and waiters would say there's nothing wrong with that. My daughter is a waitress, or she was a waitress at the Galley before it shut down and renovated and COVID and all that. And she would say there's nothing wrong with a 44% gratuity. And there's nothing wrong with a good gratuity if the waiter or waitress doesn't suck. And there's two kinds of waiters or waitresses to me that suck. And that's the ones that never come around, and the one that comes around every 5 seconds when you're trying to talk to somebody. When you're eating, you're trying to talk and you can't talk because they're bothering you. Just look at the glass. That's all you got to do. Look at the glass. Okay, y'all settle down. Nobody agrees with me? Just look at the glass. We ain't got any waiters or waitresses out there, or former waiters or waitresses. Come on. Okay, did I do something to y'all or what? What is it? Did I say something?
You ain't wrong.
Say again?
I said you ain't wrong.
I ain't wrong. Just look at the glass.
Yeah. But it's also kind of funny to just let you sit there and talk to yourself.
Well, I do that because y'all won't talk to me. So I have to do something. Miss Hatton used to talk to me, but evidently she's mad at me, so she won't talk to me anymore. So, and
I'm learning.
I don't know. I don't know where Mr. Brickman used to talk to me, but he quit, so I must have offended him too. So,
No, I'm right here.
no, you just don't want to talk to me. Is that it?
No, sir. It's just a
Miss
slogan.
Hatton, she hates me. So,
We just learning. We're learning.
Exactly.
oh, so I'm a distraction. That's what it is. Okay. All right, let's do one more. Let's see what time it is. Let's see. Okay, today 12:10. Okay, we have to shut down because some of y'all are going to spontaneously combust. So we need to stop. So I'm going to stop the, that's why I stopped the recording. I did the attendance. I might as well just quit.